to reflect and to release. For today's class, we'll just need a couple blocks and a bolster, or maybe a firm pillow, a folded quilt in place of a bolster, and a smaller pillow, maybe some stack of hardcover books, and a blanket or a towel if you'd like. And I'll meet you on your mat. We'll just start in a comfortable position on the mat. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, soft sigh, exhale. And we'll do that one more time. You can keep your eyes open with a soft gaze or close them. Inhaling through the nose, all the way into the belly, filling the belly up with air. And then once you feel like you can't take another sip, just drink in one more breath of air. Open mouth, soft sigh it out. Just really find your sits bones. Take the tip of the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Maybe shrug the ears towards the ceiling. Roll them down the back. Become really tall, but really comfortable. We'll start with San Mukhi Mudra. We'll take our pointer finger and ring finger and place them gently on our eyelids. The ring finger comes to the nostrils, the round part of the nostrils on the nose. Gentle pressure there as well. And the pinkies will come to the smile, the edge of your lips. And then the thumbs press gently on the ears, effectively closing off your senses. So just gentle pressure in each of these points, pointer and middle finger resting gently on the eyelids. The ring fingers closing the round part of the nostril. The pinkies on the edge of your smile. And the thumbs over your ears. And we'll continue with some breath work, just really turning deeply to the innermost parts of yourself. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And as you begin to do this, just noticing what's happening in your space. Take a few breaths to really arrive on your mat. Welcome yourself here. And just breathe. Stepping in to the seat of the observer. And just witnessing without labels or judgment what you're holding space for. Maybe even feeling the strong container of your body as you're holding here. Really feeling into your edges, the spaces where you're holding energy, tightness, or tension. See if you can soften around those places. Reflecting on where you're currently at, meeting your body where you are, and releasing those things that don't serve you, the extra energy you're holding, maybe emotions, maybe mental thoughts that won't serve your practice, just releasing. Quieting your mind, turning your senses inward, and using that awareness to just illuminate what's happening. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Slowly release your hands from your face. Just drop them down by the sides. Take a nice deep cleansing breath in through the nose. Once again, filling the belly, letting the abdomen fill with air like a balloon. Soft sigh, exhale it out. And if you have your prop set up on an incline, your blanket or bolster can be flat on the mat if you'd like, a small incline or a steep incline, depending on how comfortable you are in your back. You can have your blanket up against your bolster. If you need a little extra cushion, maybe front of the hips are tight or the lower back is tight today, you can always use this blanket for extra cushion. Again, bringing your incline as high or as low as you'd like it. Perhaps no incline at all, and that's okay too. We'll come into Samba Supta Baddha Konasana. So supported, reclined, bound angle where the soles of the feet come together. And the back is supported by your prop. And you can take a minute here to just notice how close you'd like to have your legs to your body. Maybe they come really close, or maybe they come further away. Maybe you have props up under your thighs or your knees if you have any sensitivity or extra pressure in the fronts of the hips and the pelvis. Otherwise, the hands can come down towards your belly to help you focus on your breath or be rested into the mat face down to help you continue to ground. Or face up if you're ready to step into a space of um, surrender, a space of receptivity. And in this posture, you just want to become as comfortable as possible. Maybe closing your eyes once again. And throughout practice today, if a posture is really comfortable and you like to linger in it for longer than I invite you, you're welcome to do that. And if a posture is not for you, you're welcome to just move on from it or take it in a different way. Really have full agency over your practice here today. And again, just feeling the edges, feeling the strong container of your body. And seeing where you can soften around. Maybe sending your breath to the places where you're feeling those sensations in your body. And releasing, surrendering with deep, long, full exhales. The theme for today's practice is reflect and release. So the first prompt that I'll give to you on reflection is I feel. What are you feeling in this moment? And these prompts don't need to invoke positive or negative. They don't need to have labels or judgments around them. Just really notice, what are you feeling in this moment? Just have this commitment with yourself that whatever you are feeling, it's welcome. Welcome it no matter what it is. And then release it. If it's something that needs to be felt through, if it's an intense emotion, of course you're able to feel through that emotion. Let it be, let it ride through your body like a wave, but you don't need to hold on to it. When you're ready, if you're ready, you can just let it go, returning your focus to the breath, a breath that will anchor you in your practice, a breath that will keep you in the present moment, a breath that sustains your life, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. I feel. When you're ready, use an inhale to lift your knees towards the ceiling. Plant your feet in the mat, about hips width distance. Just cycle through your breath, letting the last posture, allowing it to be in the past. We'll move on to a twist. So we'll wiggle walk the feet about a footprint out in distance. We'll slightly lower the legs down to the right side. Now you can take a prop underneath the right leg in the floor. If you need to help raise the floor up to your body, another option would be having a prop beneath your lower leg or in between your lower leg and upper leg. Just allowing this posture to be as comfortable as possible for a long hold. And if this doesn't work for you, completely bringing your legs up towards the ceiling and bringing your feet further or closer together. And then trying it again, just releasing it. It's okay if your left hip comes off the mat. Hands can come down by the sides once again. You can take your gaze over your left shoulder to increase the twist, or over your right shoulder, gazing in the direction of your knee to decrease the intensity of the twist. And then just settle in. The intention of these postures is not to become flexible or stretching. The intention of these postures is just to create space in the body, the space that your body needs. And with that, we just come back to the breath once you're comfortable, as if you could maybe hold this posture forever, just anchoring in, settling back into the breath. Maybe allowing your exhales to be as long in time as your inhales, or maybe a count or two longer than your inhales, without too much force to control or restrain the breath. Settling in, slowing the heart, easing the mind. And if my voice or prompts become too much, you're welcome to tune them out. When you're ready, we'll lift the knees up towards the ceiling, removing any props you may be using, cycling through the breath, maybe recentering your hips if you need to, and simply drop the knees over towards the left side. Taking your props with you, you may need them on this side, you may need more on this side, you may need less. Each side is different, and that is perfectly normal. And on this side, I would offer a second reflection prompt. I need. Just taking a breath. I need. I'll leave you with intentional silence here to continue your journey inward, noticing what it is that you need. And always knowing if a prompt is not for you in this moment, you don't need to take it, or you can choose your own. You can always come back to the focus of the breath. On your next inhale, gently lift your legs, removing your props. We'll bring the knees up towards the ceiling. Cycle through the breath, nice deep breath, filling the belly. Complete, round, smooth exhale, emptying the belly. And just slide the legs along. Maybe readjust your sits bones, the backs of your hips, flush against your prop. We'll bring the arms overhead for a little bit of a throat and heart chakra opening, and just interlace the hands back behind the head. We'll come into a supported side bend. If you are on an incline and you want to remove the props beneath your bolster or quilt or blanket, you can do that, or you can stay exactly as it is. We'll just take the right leg over to the right side, left leg follows. Maybe if you have space in your hips, the left leg can cross left ankle over right ankle. Then just gently pick up the upper body and slide your shoulders over to the right side as far as your prop will allow. You don't want to feel like you'll be falling off. So just as far as your body and your props will allow, leaving your hips exactly where they are. So the feet moved and the shoulders moved, but the hips stayed where they were. And you're just in this little banana shape here. Eyes can close. Elbows become heavy. Just really become as comfortable as possible. If you feel like you're going to fall off, just ease off the posture by coming closer back to the center of your mat. Take a nice deep breath into the belly once you're settled. Nice deep breath out of the belly first, emptying the belly, the lungs, and allowing the air to travel back out in the nose. Maybe a soft smile on your lips, relaxing your shoulders. And the next reflection that I'll invite you to, little sentence starter, is I forgive. I forgive. Maybe you forgive someone, something. Maybe that's yourself. I forgive. Gently inhale your upper body back to the center of your prop. Uncross your legs if they're crossed, bring them back to the center. Allow for a breath to settle. Just a nice little pause, maybe a soft or a heavy sigh. And bring the left leg out, maybe to the edge of your mat. Allow the right leg to follow. Maybe the right ankle crosses over the left. And inhale the upper body just enough. And exhale it back close to the edge of the right side of your prop. And checking in on your comfort level here. And settling back in, maybe taking the opposite interlace with your hands. Allowing your elbows to become heavy. And if you'd like, settling back in to your prompt, I forgive. So reflecting on what is happening, what you're holding space for. And is there a place where you can offer forgiveness, big or small, or not at all? It's completely up to you. Nice deep exhales. And when you're ready, the right foot uncrosses, comes back to center, left leg follows. Upper body comes back to center as well, and we'll just pause for a breath. We're transition into Malasana, a pose of the child. So we'll just roll over to the left or right side, yogi's choice, and trust your body to guide you. So don't overthink this, don't overdo this. Just trust your body to get you over to one side or the other. Eyes can even remain closed if you're comfortable with that. Use the strength of your arms to press you up. Your head doesn't even need to rise. And we'll come to straddle your bolster, your blanket, your incline, whatever setup you've chosen for yourself today. Knees come really wide, allowing space for the hips and the belly. And the sits bones can rest near the ankles, and just walking your arms up your prop and allowing your third eye to rest, a couple options here. You can have a blanket or a towel underneath your third eye to make space for your nose and mouth to breathe. Or you can turn one temple down or the other. Another option here would be if this is too tight for you or there's too much sensation in one area, to place a blanket or a towel beneath your thighs and your calves to help make it more comfortable. And really just settle in here, relaxing into this posture, becoming as comfortable as you can. Now, I'll cue you about halfway through to turn your head if your head is in one direction or the other. Your hands can be grounded into the mat. Palms can be facing up in a gesture of receptivity. Or you can be hugging your props like a comfort object. Check in with the lower back. Check in to make sure you have space for your hips and your belly. And just breathe. We're about halfway through. If you do have one temple down, you can go ahead and switch sides. Sending your breath all the way to your hips. Noticing your belly drop to the mat on your inhale. Retract away from the mat on your exhalation. Is there anything that you can celebrate in this moment? I celebrate. Celebration can mean many things. You choose the meaning that is most suited for you. I celebrate. On your next inhale, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We'll slowly come to rise. Take your time, one vertebra at a time. And just slide over onto your sits bones. We'll come to a supported, wide-legged forward fold. Another cooling, calming posture for introspection and reflection. So we'll just take the knees wide, the legs wide. Again, not wide enough that it's too straining. Maybe you can slide your prop up towards you, or maybe dismantle it so that you can become really comfortable. You can stack all your props up in a way where this can be easily met by your body, your forward fold. So legs just come wide, a comfortable width apart. We'll inhale through the nose, lengthening in the spine, and just exhale, hinging at the hips, bringing the upper body down towards your props for a forward fold. This seems too low for you. You can always take your bolster if you have one up like this. You can use a chair to prop your upper body on, maybe crossing your arms for a pillow for your forehead, knowing that whatever you need to take here to make yourself comfortable is perfect. And again, sending your breath all the way to your hips, allowing your spine to release, your belly to be heavy, maybe your arms resting on your prop or on the mat beneath you. Is there something in this moment, in this current time, the here and now, that you trust? Reflecting on your space within, continuing the journey. I trust. I trust. We're about halfway through. If you do have your head turned to one side or the other, I invite you to switch sides. Take a nice breath of reflection, nice breath of fresh air, life giving breath. Maybe step back into that space of trust. Take one last round of breath in this posture. And slowly inhale your upper body coming to rise. The last posture we'll take is waterfall, or legs up the wall, or bolster. So you can just bring both legs together up your prop, or if you'd like to, you can go over to a piece of furniture and prop your legs up it, or scoot over near a wall and bring your legs up the wall. If you have a blanket or a towel, you can always wrap your legs together. You don't have to. Just gently tuck the blanket or towel around your legs so you don't have to use your strength to hold your legs up. You can just completely surrender into the posture. Or you can scoot up near a chair or a couch and bring your legs up, or even the wall. Wherever you're really comfortable. And it will only be for a few minutes. You can always have, if you're not comfortable on your back, you can always be on your incline. And just slightly incline your legs on another pillow or bolster or blanket, just somewhere where your legs can be up over your heart, whether that's flat on your back or on an incline. Once you're settled in, again, you can bring your hands to your belly to help you focus on your breath. Your eyes can be closed. Soften the shoulders. Maybe bring your hands down by your sides once again. Another option would be to bring your arms up overhead to kind of counter the forward folding we've done, maybe in this cactus shape. We're just stretching the arms out wide, broad across the collarbone, shining the heart. So help make space for the breath too, opening the lungs if the arms are overhead, resting heavily on the floor, no strain. Just options. Again, checking in with the fronts of the hips. In the lower back, maybe you need to put a blanket under the backs of your hips on the floor. You feel any pull in the hamstrings, maybe just slightly bend your knees a little bit. Or scoot away from your prop with your sits bones or the wall with your sits bones. That might help as well. When you feel like you're as comfortable as you can be, cozy and soft. The last reflection prompt I'll offer is release. I release. We've spent a good part of class reflecting on what's happening in our space, what we're holding space for, where we're at, stepping into awareness and acceptance. And with all that, is there something that you can let go of? Release, surrender, drop, set it down, whatever it is, whatever's coming up for you. I release. You can stay exactly where you are, or if you'd like to move on, you can come into deep rest, final resting pose, Savasana. Just choose your favorite Savasana. Maybe it's corpse pose, maybe it's constructive rest on your side, perhaps it's in Queen's Throne on the little incline we've been practicing on. Maybe cozy up with the blanket. You can dim the light. And to end class, I'd like to walk you through a meditation. Just coming in to this posture of complete relaxation. Closing your eyes, taking a deep, loving breath. And imagine yourself at the beginning of a pier. There's nothing ahead of you but calm water, clear sky, and directly in front of you, centered over the end of the pier, hovering the horizon, a brilliant, glowing white orb of the moon. It's beautiful. When you yourself look and feel vitalized. You're softly smiling, maybe even swaying to your inner music. Really feel into your beauty, your passion, your wisdom, your light. Just bask in it. Really own it. And at the beginning of the pier, you're standing with a basket of flower petals, each flower petal representing what you're releasing, what no longer serves you. Take a deep breath. Say in your head, I willingly let go of what no longer empowers me and nourishes me. I willingly let go of what no longer empowers and nourishes me. And begin to move along the pier, noticing the warmth of the moon beaming down on you and the breath of fresh air dancing on your skin. Pause at each post along the pier and drop flower petals over the pier from your basket and into the water. Marvel at the gentle ripples that the flower petals create in the water. Ripples through your energy, ripples through your life. At each post, release out of your head those things that you need to break your attachments to, those things you're ready to move on without, the ones weighing down on your journey. I release fear and doubt. I release anger and resentment. I release judgment of myself and others. I release that which is not mine. I release limiting beliefs. I release all obstacles to my path. I release those relationships that no longer serve my highest good. I release all feelings of unworthiness. I release attachments to outcomes. I release. I release. I release. I release all that which is no longer in alignment with my highest self for the greater good. When you reach the end of the pier, notice how light you feel. Turn around and look at how beautifully the flower petals are guiding you down the path, ushering you into a new moon phase, a new way of being, a new life with freedom to be authentically you. All of the struggles, hardships, failures, disappointments, and sadness, They were all lessons, all ripples guiding you, strengthening you, and preparing you for serenity that you emanate now. Thank them for helping you become who you are, shaping you, guiding you to your lesson, recognizing they happened for you and for your highest good. Turn back around now, facing the glorious moon, overlooking the water. Take a deep breath in and mentally say to yourself, I welcome the clarity, strength, and many blessings. And I trust my intuition and the divine to guide me towards relationships, situations, and passions that will serve my highest good. Pause for a moment in the silence, thankful for all your blessings, your experiences, and all the people who have come into and out of your life. Maybe say a quiet prayer of gratitude and know your higher self, the divine, always here to guide you and lead you on your path. Feel a deep appreciation for all that you have and all that is yet to come into your life. Maybe say to yourself, I welcome all that is coming for me and my highest good. I look forward to the clarity, peace, love, and abundance and positivity that are heading my way. I give thanks for the blessing I receive and rejoice in their mystery. I invite you to stay in Savasana for as long as you'd like, absorbing the calm peacefulness, the benefits of your practice. It was my honor to guide you through your practice today. I'll end in a Buddhist and Hindu traditional mantra. It's beautiful. It invokes peace, peace of the body, mind, and soul. Thank you for your practice. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.